here with Derek Brooks of the Wyoming East Warriors. Derek, you guys are getting ready to start the season here very shortly. What's the team look like right now?
To be honest, I think we look pretty solid. We haven't been focusing much on conditioning. We've been doing more of our offenses and defenses. We got some new guys, younger guys from last year. So, I mean, a lot of guys that didn't play, they're going to have to learn the system quick and in a hurry. So we're just trying to get them acclimated with one another is our top priority right now.
You guys played some young guys last year out of necessity at the end of the year. They took some bumps and bruises. You know, when you're playing Bluefield, teams like that, Shady Springs is going to happen. What do you think they've learned from that? How much more prepared are they now than they might have been had they not seen that time on the pool?
I think it made them all better players. You don't see much pressure like you see from Bluefield. I think they have the best pressure in the state. And those guys pushed these guys in my locker room quite hard last year, and they seen where they need to be to kind of compete with that style of basketball. So I think, I mean, it helped them tremendously. I think they grew a lot from that, and I think it made them better players.
Well, talking about personnel, obviously Tanner Whitten is a big guy back there. His first game last year, he's 19 against Bluefield, same Bluefield team. How much better is he this year, and what do you expect? What are your expectations for him?
I expect for him to have a stellar year. He's a big kid. He's grew a little bit. He's about 6'4". His verticals went up quite a bit. He's jumping out of the gym. He still has the same jump shot. He's going to be an integral part of what we do this year. Probably the main focus of what we do this year.
And he did miss the last 7 or so games with an injury. How big of a setback do you think that was, if it was at all?
I don't think it was for him coming into the summer because he was hungry from the beginning. I mean, as soon as he was hurt, he was still in the gym in here trying to shoot the basketball with a stomach injury. It's hard to keep that kid away from the gym, and I think it's going to show this year.
Who are some of the other guys that are going to help you out? I know that Chase Short's back out for you. You got some other guys that played quite a few minutes. Mitchell, Chandler Johnson. How are those guys looking?
Oh, they're all going to help. I mean, it's going to be a tremendous help having Chase back. I mean, he's a very strong kid. He's very athletic, and he knows how to play basketball. Same with Garrett Mitchell. I mean, he's going to be a big asset for us, just like Chandler is. I mean, we're going to like that height this year. We're kind of bigger across the board than what we have been in years past, where we have Tucker Cook at the 1 now. He's 6'2". You have Garrett 6'2" at the 2. Then you have York at the 3. Then you have Whitten 6'4", 6'5" at the 4, and Chandler 6'4", 6'5" at the 5. So that's going to be quite a bit better for us this year.
How much different will this team look, you think, than it did at the end of last year?
I think it'll be a 180. I don't think people will recognize these guys as a team that finished the end of the year last year. Mainly just because the time that they could work, they did. I know with it being kind of a crazy offseason, they didn't get to put in the work that they would like to. They drive me crazy quite often to get in the gym, and I'd hate to have to tell them no, but I had to. But they got in the gym when they could, and I think they'll see that.
How crazy has this offseason been? I mean, you didn't have the time that you thought you would have for Thanksgiving, December, Christmas break. How tough is that going to be to get these guys regulated and ready to go?
I think the main thing for us is conditioning, like I stated before. These guys have already familiarized themselves with the system. They pretty much know every play that we put in, defense, offense, inbounds. They're just kind of ready for live action and try to get in shape that way.
How has your schedule changed with the new sectional and regional alignment? I know you guys are still double A, but it looks a lot different. The landscape's a little bit different than it was in the past.
It is. We picked up Chapmanville this year. We picked up Mingo. I tried to get Summers County, but I couldn't get anybody to give me a call back to play them. I really hate that because they're in our section. I always like to play every team in our section. We did drop Oak Hill just out of necessity because we had to make room for sectional and regional opponents.
And obviously you got 2 with Westside, and even though they're AAA, how different is it going to be, do you think, with that rivalry being you guys are in different, not only different sections and region, in different classifications?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be any different to the guys. It kind of will be to us because it doesn't have the same implications that it has had in the previous years, where it goes against your sectional record, your sectional rankings, and regional rankings. So Like I said though, I still don't think it'll change the mindset of these kids going up against one another because that rival's still there.
Even the young kids that might surprise any guys coming. I mean, it seems like there's always somebody, a ninth or 10th graders, ready to.
I mean, you got Nate Parsons, he's a sophomore. You got Cole Lambert. You got Bryson Huff. You got Mason Houck, who came out this year. He's another 6'5". I mean, I think we're a pretty solid squad through and through.